Good afternoon, students. Deepak,
Good afternoon, sir.
yeah, we can start now.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Deepak, what you are doing, man? Okay, listen now. Then in the previous session, we have been discussing about research design. Okay, then we are all aware that research design is a blueprint for research. Okay, on the basis of which we will be collecting data, measuring data, and analyzing the data. Then research design, it analyzes or it outlines how the research will be carried out. Okay. Research design, it will be outlining how the research will be carried out. Then it provides answer to various questions like what
Good afternoon,
techniques,
sir.
good afternoon, yeah. What techniques will be used to gather data. Then what kind of sampling will be used, how time and cost constraints will be dealt with. Okay, that's it to be research design. Okay, then we also have discussed about the essentials of research design. Then next, we were discussing about the types of research design. Okay, then in types of research design, we have three types of research designs. One is exploratory, the other one is descriptive, then the other one is casual. Okay, then here in types of research, uh, every problem and research objective may be unique. Okay, there are usually enough similarities among the problems and objectives which allows decisions to be made in advance about the research plan. That is research design. There are some basic research designs that can be successfully matched to give the solutions to the research objectives. Okay. Then here there are three traditional categories of research design. One is said to be exploratory, the other one is descriptive, the other one is casual. Then here the choice of the most appropriate design of research depends largely on objectives of the research and how much is known about the problem and the objectives behind it. Then the overall research design for a project may include one or more of these designs, whether it may be exploratory or maybe descriptive or maybe casual. Okay. Then the research design will be based on the research objectives. Okay. Then with regard to research objectives, like what will be the objective and what will be the appropriate design. Then if you say to gain the background information, to define the terms, to clarify problems and to develop hypotheses, and to establish research priorities and to form the research questions and get the answers for that. Uh, all that will be part of the exploratory research design. Okay, here the research design is based on the research objectives. Okay, then uh, the exploratory research will be used to gain background information of the research problem and to define the terms in the research problem and to clarify the problems and to form the hypothesis and to establish research priorities and to develop the questions to be answered. Okay, then there is a exploratory research which is based on the objectives. Okay, if you want to gather the background information, if you want to gain the background information, if you want to define the terms on the basis of the objectives, if you want to clarify problems of research, and if you want to form the hypothesis, or if you want to establish research priorities and to frame the research questions to be answered, for that purposes, we'll be using exploratory research design. Okay. Then for descriptive, research design, it is meant to describe and measure the phenomena at a point of time. Descriptive research is to describe and measure the research problem at a point of time. Okay, for that, descriptive research will be descriptive research design will be appropriate. Then for casual, to determine the causality, testing of hypothesis, and to make the statements and to find the answers for the statements. That is will be part of the casual research design. Okay, then the research objectives will be based on the research design will be based on research objectives. Okay, when if you want to gain the background information, if you want to define the terms, if you want to clarify the problems, and if you want to develop the hypothesis and to establish research priorities and to find the and to frame the questions to be answered, for that we will be using exploratory research design. Whereas for descriptive research design, it is meant for describing and measuring the research problem at a point of time, at a given point of time. Then whereas casual research design, it is meant to determine causality, test hypothesis, and to make if then statements and to answer the questions. That is meant for casual research. The research design, like if we take the exploratory research, it is most commonly unstructured. It will be informal research that is undertaken to gain the background information about the general nature of the research problem. Okay, usually we go with the exploratory research. That is, it is most commonly the research will be unstructured, informal, and it that is undertaken, that is initiated to gain background information about the general nature of the research problem. Then exploratory research is usually conducted when the researcher doesn't know much about the problem and needs additional information. Then exploratory research helps to diagnose the dimensions of the research problem so that the successive research will be on the target. Then the exploratory research design, it helps to set priorities for research. Then exploratory research is used in the number of situations. Then if you see the situations under which the exploratory research is used, to gain background information, to define the terms, then to clarify the problems and to frame the hypothesis and to establish the research priorities. Then apart from that, a variety of methods are available to conduct the exploratory research. Then one is on the basis of the secondary data, then uh, experience surveys, okay, then case analysis, focus groups, and projective techniques. Okay, then here in exploratory research, a variety of methods are available to conduct the exploratory research. The number one is secondary data analysis. That is, will be for collecting data. Will be collecting data from the RBI website, Planning Commission, Labor Bureau, to analyze the relationship between the variables. Okay, for example, if you want to study what is the relationship between the international crude oil price in dollars and the rupee dollar exchange rate, then you can collect data from the sources. That is, you can collect data from RBI. What is the exchange rate of rupee against dollar, and what is the uh, barrel price for petrol? Okay, we will be importing uh, in in barrels. Okay, one barrel consists of 159 liters of crude petrol. Okay. Then that is, we can find what is the relationship between international crude oil price as well as rupee dollar exchange rate. Okay. Then secondary data can be obtained from various sources. Then we can do a analysis to find the relationship between crude oil price as well as rupee dollar exchange rate. Okay. The next one, experience surveys. That is, we can conduct a questionnaire. So we can conduct a experience survey by using a questionnaire. Okay, like to analyze any problem. That is like consumer perception uh, towards green marketing. Okay, what the common opinion of the people with regard to green marketing, green products, and so on. For that, we can prepare a questionnaire and we can do a survey. That is also part of the experience survey. Okay. The next one, case analysis. We are all aware about the case analysis. That is, we will be choosing one particular problem. We will be studying about from the beginning of the phenomenon to the end of the phenomenon. That is said to be case analysis. That is also part of exploratory research. Then focus groups. Then focus group means that is we will be studying about one particular group in research. For example, like we can find the occupational stress among the nurses in hospitals. We can choose any one of the hospital and we can analyze by using a structured questionnaire. We will prepare a questionnaire. What is the stress level they have that can be analyzed? That is said to be focus group research. Okay. Then projective technique. That is projective technique is as like will be forecasting the future sales, forecasting the future production, and so on. That is said to be projective techniques. That is especially the linear regression model. Okay, that is said to be projective techniques. We will be projecting the future sales, future production, and so on. Okay, then all these part of the exploratory research. One is what? Secondary data analysis. That is, by using the secondary data, we will be studying the relationship between two variables. The other one is experience surveys. Okay, we will be studying the experience surveys of the experience of the people. Will be framing the questionnaire. Like for example, what is the common perception, common idea of people regarding the green products, green marketing as well as green products. That can be study at. That is said to be experience surveys. Then case analysis, case study or case analysis. In that, we will be studying uh, about one particular object, one particular phenomenon from beginning to the end of the phenomenon. That is said to be case study as case analysis. Then focus group. That is, if we study about one particular group, I said you about the nurses, the occupational stress of nurses. So that can be the focused group survey or focused group research. Then projective techniques. Projective techniques, and that is if we are predicting the future sales, future production, and so on, using the statistical techniques like linear regression modeling and so on. That is said to be projective techniques. Then all these are a variety of methods available to conduct the exploratory research. Okay. Then here in the exploratory research, it has been given as categories. Okay, categories of exploratory research. Then number one is experience surveys. Issues and ideas may be discussed with persons who have had personal experience in the field. Okay, that is as I have given the example, like experience surveys. What is the common perception of the people regarding green products as well as green marketing practices? Then secondary data analysis. Again, another quick and economic source of background information which is available, which contains the data and it will be processed as well as analyzed to find the relationship between the variables. That is said to be secondary data analysis. Case study method, that is obtaining information from one or few situations that are similar to the problem situation. Then like case study is about the in-depth investigation of the research problem. Then that's said to be case study. Okay. The next one, pilot studies. Pilot study means within the context of the exploratory research, It covers some part of the research on small scale. Okay. Major categories of pilot study include focus group interviews, projective techniques, and depth interviews. Then here, pilot study or pilot survey. It is like before conducting a full-fledged research, we will be conducting a pilot study, pilot survey. Okay. Then we will be collecting few samples and we will be doing a small analysis before going for a full-fledged research. That is said to be pilot survey, pilot study. Then uh, major categories of pilot study include focus group interview, projective technique, as well as depth interviews. All these forms part in the pilot study. Okay. And then what are the categories of pilot study? Then in the categories of pilot study, focus group interviews. That is unstructured, free flowing group dynamics sessions that allow individuals to assess the individual perception. Okay. Then that is to be focus group interviews. The next one, projective technique. That is an indirect means of questioning the respondent, uses the word association test, especially like regression analysis and so on. The next one, depth interviews. Depth interviews also part of the unstructured, extensive interviews that encourages the individual to talk freely and in depth about the topic. Okay, all these categories will be part of the project studies or project survey. Okay, the next one, historical research. Historical research, that is history, is the meaningful record of human achievement, help us to understand the present and to some extent to predict the future. Okay, then it is also part of the exploratory research. Then descriptive research. Descriptive research is undertaken to provide answers to the question of who, what, where, when, and how, but not why. Okay, then two basic classifications in descriptive research: cross-sectional studies, then longitudinal studies. Okay, then in research design, descriptive research as well as cross-sectional studies. Cross-sectional studies measure the units from a sample of the population at only one point of time. Okay, then sample surveys. Sample surveys are cross-sectional studies whose samples are drawn in a way to be representative of specific population. Then apart from that, online survey research is being used to collect data for cross-sectional surveys as like Google Forms and so on. Okay, then here descriptive research as well as longitudinal studies. Then longitudinal studies are repeatedly drawn sample units of the population over a period of time. Okay, longitudinal studies are said to be repeatedly drawn sample units of the population over a period of time. Okay, that is, we will be collecting data from the same population again and again. That is said to be longitudinal studies. The next one method is to draw different units from the sampling framework is said to be the longitudinal study. The next one, research design with regard to casual research. Then casualty may be thought of the
Sir, your
understanding.
voice is not audible to me.
Why? Yeah. Casualty may be thought of understanding. Are you able to hear me? Saklan?
Mm, mm, Hello?
Okay. Then casual research is all
It's
about.
audible, sir, now.
Okay. Casual research, that is casualty may be a thought of understanding of a phenomenon in terms of the conditional statements. That is, if X, then Y. Okay. Then causal relationship are typically determined by use of experiments. Okay, but other methods are also used. Then, like experiments, then an experiment is defined as a manipulating, changing values as well as situations, or one or more independent variables to see how the dependent variables will respond, will be affected. Okay. Then here, what is the difference between independent variable as well as dependent variable? If you see, independent variables are that over which the researcher has control and wishes to manipulate. That is, uh, if you take the equation y is equal to c plus s, that is the y stands for income, c stands for consumption, s stands for saving. That is, the consumption as well as saving depends on the income. Then here, the consumption and savings are independent variables, whereas income is a dependent variable. Okay. Then here, if you see, independent variable means it is a variable that over which the researcher has control, okay, and wishes to manipulate. Okay. Whereas dependent variable, that over which the researcher has little or no direct control. Okay. Sometimes there will be uh, uh, there will be a ability of the individual to change the income, but may not change. Whereas independent variables, if you take consumption as well as saving, then the researcher will be having a control on consumption as well as saving. That is, he can reduce his consumption, he can reduce his saving rate, and so on. Okay. Then here, independent variable means on which the researcher has the control. That is said to be independent variable. Dependent variable means over which the researcher has little to no direct control. That is said to be dependent variable. Okay. Then as per the equation y is equal to c plus s, consumption as well as savings are said to be the independent variables, whereas income is said to be the dependent variable. Okay. Then apart from that, exogenous variables. Exogenous variables means those that may affect a dependent variable but are not independent variables. Okay. Exogenous variable means those variables that may affect the dependent variable. That is, income may be get affected. Okay. Due to many things, but are not independent variables. Okay. That is, exogenous variables cannot affect the independent variables. Okay. Then now, all the all that about the exploratory research. Then by using the exploratory research, it is possible to see how valid the experiments are. Then choosing the right instrument for the data collection also possible using the exploratory research design. And then we can also check what is the validity of a study using exploratory research, and so on. Then there are various models available to test the exploratory, exploratory research and its reliability. Okay, regarding that, we can have a discussion tomorrow. And then we'll proceed with the sampling method as well as sampling design in the next class. Okay, in the next session. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Then,
Sir.
yeah. Yes, Sakline?
Attendance, sir.
Yeah, attendance. One of you take the snapshot. That is, Sakline will take the snapshot and he can send.
Sir, I already sent it you, sir.
Send it. Huh? Okay, fine.
Yes.
Okay. Ice break is there.
Then okay, sir.
Have all of you submitted the assignments?
No, sir.
Mahesh,
Someone
sir.
send it, sir.
Mahesh, have you
Yes,
submitted the
sir.
assignment? And where is Gaurav? Gaurav is not
No,
seen.
sir. I have written, sir. I don't know to do. Sir,
Where is Gaurav? He is not seen.
no, sir.
He is
Sir, I
not
have
there.
written, sir. I don't know to do PDF, so I didn't send it.
At least take a pic and send to me, no?
Sir, we need to
Then
send in easy class or WhatsApp.
should I
WhatsApp
send
you
it
send.
through like email or
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp, sir?
WhatsApp you can send.
WhatsApp.
Yeah,
Okay, sir.
In PDF form.
yeah. PDF form.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay.